Okay, so you have already installed Ubuntu and you have started using it. Now, what can you do and where do you go? Well, if you see on the main screen, you will have the basic applications. On the taskbar or vertical bar on the left hand side, you will have Firefox, which is the web browser. You also have Thunderbird, which is a mail client. And you will have a few others in there depending on what you would like to open. That's what you can choose. You have the File Explorer, for example. You would have something like a music player. You will have LibreOffice, which is like your Microsoft Office or the Office set of suite applications. Then you have like a shopping bag with an A for applications. You have then the question mark if you need any further help. Depending if you have installed something else, for example, for me, that lion with orange and white, it is the web browser called Brave. And then you have different disks and your recycle bin. At the bottom on the left hand side, you have the Ubuntu symbol, which is where you open like all the applications and everything else that is not on this taskbar. At the bottom right hand side, I have my home folder, which is just a folder where everything is safe. If you see on the top, you will have the date and time, and on the top right hand side you have a few other options such as the network, the speaker, as well as the turn on turn off button. So if you hover over, then you can see a few more options and then you can click and choose depending on what you need and want. Okay, so if you click on the file cabinet or the folder that you have in there, it will open your home folder, which is exactly the same as the icon that you have on your desktop at the bottom right hand side. Now in here you would see similar folders like the one you see in Windows, which is the documents folder, the downloads. If you have any music or want to save any music, same for the pictures, and then a few others. I have some files that I have already saved in here, and the same icons that you have on the white part, you usually have it on the left hand side pane. In here you do have exactly the same options like you do in Windows or Mac. If you right click on one of the files, you will have the options, for example, to open with videos, open with to select a different application, to cut, similar to using Ctrl X, to copy, similar to using Ctrl C, move to, you can also drag and drop, copy to, rename, compress, email, send to the rubbish bin or delete, or find more properties of the file. As you can see, I have exactly the same file that I have copy and paste right next to it. If you click on the first top left hand side icon on that vertical taskbar, which is the Mozilla Firefox icon, is the web browser. In this one, you can search anything on the web like you would do with any other web browsers, such as Microsoft Edge, Google Chrome, Brave, and many others. As you can see, you have the web address bar and you can type in there, or you can also do a Google search depending on what you're looking for. And you have many more options on this window depending on what you want, such as minimize, maximize, close, settings, and many more. Okay, so if you want to install an application, you can go to the App Center, which is that back on the vertical taskbar, which is an orange bag, and you can search what you want. On my example here, you have the Flame Shot. The Flame Shot is an application similar to Snipping Tool or to Screenshot in Windows, which allows you to take screenshots. I am going to select the second option in there, which is to install the Debian packages. This is for compatibility purposes. After you have selected the option that you wanted, you have in there in green with a white font color install. Click on that one and that is going to install the application that you want. Okay, after you click on install, you can see in the progress circle that it has commenced the installation. And then you would see the next option after that, depending on your network speed. Great job! If you have been following along this video, you have installed your first application into Ubuntu. Now the option that you have in there is to uninstall the application if that's something that you want. Now, where is this application? Where can you find it? Well, let's see what it is. Okay, so if you click on the vertical taskbar on the left-hand side pane, add the button on that Ubuntu symbol. You will see all the applications that are currently installed on your computer. You may have a few pages, for example, the little dot or circle that is at the bottom in the middle of that screen. It means those are the number of options that you can see to move from left to right. There is also like an arrow on the right hand side, which you can either click or you can click sustaining the mouse or click on the second smaller dot that is a little bit gray to move on to the next page. Okay, so on this second page, we have the application Flame Shot that has been installed as an example for you. And that's it for this video. You have learned the basics of how to use Ubuntu, from opening a web browser with Firefox to dealing with files, as well as installing and uninstalling application. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope that you have found this video educational. Please share with family and friends. Remember to follow, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thank you so much. This was the show with Sander, and until next time. Ciao.